So we are looking at the beginning of the week's task. We gave a task Tuesday that was more student-led. And so we talked a little bit about how that one went. I was in the classroom for that one. And then you guys gave a partner task. So why don't we look at that first?
Okay.
And what we think. I've given you your evidence rubric for sorting this particular task. And then we can also look at their cold task as well at this kind of the same time to kind of see what we're looking for. I think looking at the cold task, if you would agree, is most important for next week.
Yeah.
Because looking at planning for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we want to see what they did on this task be a multi-step, because that leads our instruction maybe if we want to finish after in January, but really how they did on this cold task so that we can plan for next week.
I was telling her that I think that it was helpful to have that cold task where it was just the multiplicative comparisons to kind of know, like, okay, do they have that? So then what can we do to help them with, like, the multi-step?
I think
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our task on Wednesday was simpler, looking just at 4A, being able to solve a word problem involving multiplicative comparison only. We did not require an equation with a variable, but it would be neat to see if they did, to look at that too. So, but we don't have to sort in that way.
Okay.
But why don't we, instead of starting with Tuesday, what do you think about starting with Wednesday's task? Okay, let's look at the cold
And because
task.
we did this one whole group and then partnered. So,
But it'd be cool if we have time to kind of look at how they did.
okay. Let's wait.
Okay, let's go. All right, so task Wednesday involved Miss Gladney. We wrote this one based on a 3-digit by 1. So what we're hoping we see would be those strategies of open array, even partial products when we're looking for a certain strategy. Okay.
So I have 2 that did additive.
Okay.
I saw that he was doing additive, and so I went back by and said, can you try another strategy? That's when he did this, and then he actually got a different answer than he did with additive, so he tried it again and noticed that here he added 3 plus 9 to get 900 instead of multiplying 6 times 3 to get 180.
That's awesome.
So
We caught his error.
should we put him in? I mean, he chose an additive strategy first, but he's capable of multiplicative.
With that nudge.
Yeah.
Try that.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts? Knowing him and knowing like what work he's done.
I think he would still need a nudge to choose multiplicative.
Okay.
So does that put him in proficient or marginal?
Why don't we say, since you said that, why don't we say marginal? Just
Okay.
because we'll be
I
able.
agree.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't, as what it says under here, didn't use that multiplicative strategy first, even though he used it correctly and had that minor computational error. I think maybe we could focus on pushing that strategy more with some other problems.
I'm putting this in marginal as well.
Okay.
But
And that's who?
Gemma.
Okay.
But those are the only 2 that did additive.
Nice. Nice. Okay, what about your like marginal kiddos? Are you pulling out any that?
So she actually got the correct answer when she first did it, but then she went back and added 234 one more time to the answer. And I'm not really sure why. But I think if I were just to ask her like why she did it, I mean, because normally she's pretty much in my proficient group.
I think so too. And she did do 234 6 times.
Yeah.
Huh.
I just couldn't figure out like why.
So maybe a question for her.
Yeah.
Just put her in. Okay. And that I'm gonna just divide my sheet and be able to write down what you guys are saying about Gemma and Jack, right? That was Jack? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you said Dasha is gonna go over here.
Then I had one.
So thinking that,
two,
are you still on your marginal kiddos? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Palmer?
so,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, because she wrote a note. She was like, when I first heard it, I knew I could multiply, but she's still not confident in
Oh,
how
sweet
to
girl.
do it.
Uh-huh. So I
So
don't
I
know
like
how.
so I don't know how, so I just did addition.
Addition.
So she told me, like,
Okay.
and
And then wrote her multiplication
yes,
equation here.
she did write the
Yep,
equation.
Yep, after she's
Still
done.
got the answer wrong because there were so many
So many numbers to add.
Mhm. But
Okay. Okay, and that's Palmer.
mhm.
And I wonder if it's just the 234, the 3-digit.
Mhm.
Have you seen anything from like 2-digit by 1? Like, is she multiplying it?
She's kind of in my tier 2 anyway.
Okay.
So she's still a little bit behind from where we are with like 3-digit. So
Okay.
I think I can get her there. She just needs a little bit more instruction on that.
Okay.
So, but I like how she just told me.
Yeah,
This
wrote
is
you a
how I did
note.
it.
She wrote you a note. So, yeah. Okay.
Before, after.
Oh. Told you which one they did first. Equation.
Uh-huh. But
And
wrong
then-
answer.
Okay. And then
And then-
Oakbury got the right
yeah.
answer. Uh-huh.
Interesting. Okay, sorry, you're
Okay.
still on.
No, you're good. She also did
Additive. Adding 234
Mhm.
6 times. And then it looks as if neither one of them are getting the right
Mhm.
answer by adding that many numbers. Okay. So that could be a group, don't you think,
Yeah,
altogether? Like this,
absolutely.
this, and this. Palmer,
Mhm.
Lila, and Reese are like
They're one group.
having the same error.
And then
you know,
this friend would also fall in that one. For some reason, she wrote 234 times 234,
Mm.
but really what she was doing was adding them.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And then she added the 468 and 468 and got 926, and then
Added that to
Added
another
that.
468.
the two more.
Yeah. Look how she's given a variable to who? Miss Sweat and Miss Gladney from
Uh-huh.
like. Okay, so Sophia,
Yeah,
let's
she
put
needs
her
to go
here
in that
too.
group too.
Mhm.
And then this friend, she actually got the right answer, and she showed what that would look like
Yeah.
as 6 times 234, but she added all of them.
And what I think got her the right answer?
She
Do you
broke it
notice
down
that she broke it down
yeah,
into 234, 234, 234?
like
Mhm.
3
And then
times
she made it a little more manageable instead of
Yeah.
adding
Yeah.
what these kiddos did, which got them off a
Absolutely.
little bit, having to do 6 of them together.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
I think she understands the concept and that she needed to multiply. She just
Remember the one you said you looked at someone's work that had they added everything and it took so many steps.
oh yeah.
But like that would be a good
Yes.
conversation for them of
Mhm.
like there's so much more room for error when you're like
Yeah, the one where we did
doing
like
it
the
6
single
times
one.
instead of doing it. Because she counted up how many times how many problems they did with additive.
Yes.
Compared to you did
Yeah,
you saw
the
I
how
was in
many
there.
problem.
Yes, yes. Where the steps for that
Yeah.
Because I
multi-step.
split it down the middle and
Yes.
said, okay, we'll show like Sutton's way and we'll show whoever else's
Uh-huh.
way. And one of them did, like Sutton was the one who took, like on the balloon problem, and multiplied 26
Oh.
cents times 9,
Uh-huh.
14 cents times
Uh-huh.
9, 33 times 9.
Instead of
Which I told her I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
And
no.
then the other kid was like, well, I know I just need to add all those up and then multiply times 9. And so we counted how many steps, and we talked
Mhm.
about, well, which one's going to get you there the fastest.
Hmm. This one
So
took you
it was
7
really-
steps
yeah.
versus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more efficient. That was a good conversation.
So
Mhm.
that would help them.
Yeah.
And that helped that you walked around and noticed that, so then you could put that up and connect those two things that were good strategies, but they were
Yes.
so far apart in efficiency, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so those are your marginal kiddos, Palmer, Lila, Sophie, and Kinsey. And I just want to say like 2 to 4, like
So much better.
versus what we
Yeah.
had. I
No,
mean,
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like amazing. So that's
Yeah.
great. So work for these 6 kiddos. It looks as if just, I mean, Jack is so close, like to what he
Yeah.
knew he was supposed to do, and has
Yeah.
that good strategy.
Yeah.
He could almost kind of be just Gemma and Jack be something on a small group
Mm-hmm.
on what's most efficient, like you said, instead
Right.
of adding all of that, just talking about moving toward that multiplicative
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
What about Palmer, Lila, Sophie, and Kinsey? What are you thinking about for a small group? Like,
I think we need to bring the magnitude of the number way down first
okay,
with
from a
them,
yeah,
and just talk about, because I think they understand that they are multiplying. They're just, I think that larger number is getting them, so it's just easier for them to add right now
yep,
than to multiply. So I think if we were to maybe change that to a
Okay.
2-digit number by a 1 digit and kind of start from there.
okay. So you'd want like a task for that group to look at, like a new one that kind of,
What if you did the one that we
yeah.
were thinking of doing and we changed it? We changed to 234
you know,
by
the
6?
18, the
The
fabric,
the pillow one?
Yes, yes.
and you have a copy of that one.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I
That
have
would
it in
be good.
here too.
Because-
That
We kind of thought that the lower number might make them choose additive.
yes.
Mhm.
So we originally had
So,
that,
but I wonder if you did lower it, if they would choose multiplicative.
and this is how I always am with all of my papers. So y'all are used to this, but
I have it.
we
oh,
have
no,
that
we
strategy.
have it.
Okay, that was
I
the
got it.
fabric one where is 18 by 4.
Mhm.
Our original task, and then we moved to 3-digit just based on what we were hoping we would see.
Yeah.
So maybe that one for them.
Okay.
What do you think about for Gemma and Jack for that? Or do you want to keep it a 3-digit and just do something more?
I think they need to see that they need a more efficient strategy. Like if we make it easier, they're going to continue to add.
Yep.
So almost a problem to show like, no, I'm not going to add this.
Because I
9
feel like
times.
they understand like,
Oh
what
yeah,
they're doing. Like
and
these kiddos
Gemma
do
has
that
already
right now.
taken her multiplication test, and she knows how to do 2-digit by 2-digit. She's just not choosing it,
Okay.
probably because she doesn't feel confident. So just pulling them to practice that.
A different strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have, so this is an amazing book, by the way. But from this, there is a task in here, teachers going shopping, working with multiplicative comparisons. So this one is 4th grade teachers ordering materials for a classroom. They want 3 times as many markers they had ordered last year. They ordered 250. How many should they order this year?
Mm.
Do you like that for Gemma and Jack?
I think they'll add 250 3 times.
You do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so raising
But I
the
could
number.
tell them don't.
No, well, no. No.
Try something else. But I really think
Okay.
they'll just add it 3 times.
Okay, so here's those 2 options.
Oh,
So we could take this and we could just change the number when we went to that sticker one and change 234 maybe and keep 6 times or 7 times
Yeah.
and up that.
yeah.
Okay.
Or even like this 88 and 6, like,
Yeah.
That seems
even
big.
those 2. Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking about this for your little group
Yeah.
that you said, or even the one that she mentioned, 18 and 4. If you think that's still going to force them, then maybe you can go 88 6 times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Either one I think would be
Mhm.
good for
Okay.
them.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm writing on here that you guys are going to do a task in small group.